is New Orleans today. For more than 200 years, mistress of the Mississippi, queen of the Gulf. Traditionally known the world over as a sleepy land of dreams and Mardi Gras, blues and bouillabaisse, jazz and jambalaya. The Vieux Carré, the French Quarter, practically deserted by day, crowded with thrill seekers and tourists by night. But in the last dozen years, New Orleans has come wide awake, full of ambition, made itself the second largest port in the United States, next to New York. Annually, 3,000 ships use the fine harbor facilities, handling nearly $2 billion worth of cargo. Fortunately, so far, the port of the legendary Jean Lafitte has been free of the dock pirates and racketeers who have been stealing $250 million a year in New York Harbor alone. Has New Orleans been painstakingly vigilant or just plain lucky? Senator Ellender of Louisiana has this to say.
A $2 billion bonanza is an inevitable temptation to criminals. This picture shows how waterfront felons might attempt to infiltrate even a fine, carefully policed port like New Orleans. Once they get a foothold, it requires the most earnest, unflagging effort by public-spirited citizens to root them out, as you will see in this motion picture.
The modern port of New Orleans still employs the shape-up, a day-to-day casual hiring system. The shape-up has been called an open invitation to waterfront criminals. But in New Orleans, this hiring system seems to be working out.
Keith Morrell, Bob Blake, H. Gillens,
Brothers,
yeah,
Tankerson,
yeah,
Shell,
yeah, T. Simpson, A. Landry, S. Shields, R. Willis,
Kelly.
yeah.
All right, take your lift tractor and start with that pile over there.
Hi, Peterson. Mr. Temple.
You running a tour service, Reilly?
Nope, just bringing my boys on the job. Louis, take 2 men and put them on that crane back there and see how many lifts you need.
This is not Pacific Street Wharf, Reilly. What do you think you're doing?
Did Mr. Temple tell you?
I was hoping this wouldn't happen.
Zero Saxon's just contracted to unload all Golden Gulf ships. Here, take a look.
You have the Golden Gulf contract, Mr. Temple.
Hey, Bud, can you tell me where I can find the Delta Surplus and Salvage Yard? Apparently I had the contract. Looks like Zero underbid me. You gonna let Zero take over this wharf and put our guys out of work?
They ain't gonna be in no condition to wait tonight.
That's what you think!
In the administration building of the Port of New Orleans, shortly after the riot, a committee from the Stevedores Contractors Association entered a complaint. Wayne Brandon, an executive of the Port Commission, presided at the special hearing. Frank Bauer, president of Cheney Steamship Lines, was seated next to Howard Temple, the complainant. Jack Petty, business agent for the Longshoremen, and Al Chittenden, president of ILA, were invited. Also Robert Chambers, representing the cargo insurance companies.
Gentlemen, we all regret the occasion that brings us here, but I can assure you that the committee is going to do everything it possibly can to get to the bottom of this transaction. I'm assuming, of course, Mr. Saxon, that you are paying fair rates.
We check Mr. Saxon's wars regularly.
Every man gets every penny he's entitled to.
The committee finds no evidence of malpractice. The committee cannot act.
Mr. Saxon could be investigated.
Oh, no, not again.
Our ships have been using Zero Saxon stevedore operations for years, and we're satisfied.
However, we've paid more insurance claims for pilfered cargo on Mr. Saxon's docks than on all the rest of the harbor. An investigation...
Just 1 minute, Mr. Chambers. That ain't exactly accurate. I've been investigated so much. Let's talk facts. Did anybody report any stealing?
But the lost claims.
Lost cargo, Mr. Chambers, ain't pilferage. Check the drivers that pick up the wrong loads, or check the stuff that's supposed to be loaded on ships in foreign ports and ain't. If any of my workers are caught stealing, I'd crack down harder than any of you would. And the union will back me up on this, right, Al?
Sure thing. Under the circumstances, I'm afraid that there's nothing that we can do or say, Mr. Temple. That will be all, Mr. Saxon.
Are you Mac?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
I'm Dan Corbett. I wrote you from Los Angeles about this.
Oh, you're that ex-sailor. I thought maybe you were a crackpot or something. Say, you mean to tell me you came all the way down here to buy an LSM?
Your ad says $4,500 practically buys the ship. I'll take care of the balance later. I got the $4,500.
There she is. And this is the stack off of her. I use it for my office. But I guess I can change offices. You want to go take a look at her?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure I can fix her up. You want cash, or will a check be all right?
Take it easy, kid. What do you want with this old scrap heap?
I figure a surplus LSM can haul yellow pine from places other boats can't get to. Then I'll sell the lumber up and down the Mississippi.
Might work at that.
Back in California, a couple of guys out of San Pedro picked up a surplus LSM. They hauled timber down from the Northwest down to L.A. You know how much business they did in their first year? $1 million.
You know that personally, or did you read it?
The money I'm going to give you is going to clean me out. I got to have more to fit her out, shape her up. Yeah, and for the rest of the payments.
Let's call the deal off.
No, I can raise the money. How soon can I have the ownership papers?
Just as soon as I can get some ink for this old fountain pen of mine. You sure you want to go through with this deal?
Yep, I'm sure.
Okay. She's yours.
It's a deal. Now I got to get myself a job. I'm going to stay near my boat, work on her whenever I get a chance.
Ever try the docks?
The docks? You call that work? What I've seen all they do down there is fight.
Oh, you haven't seen them in their better moments, when they're relaxing.
Do I have to?
Wait a minute. I got something. Yeah, here it is. One of the longshoremen gave me a ticket to their picnic out at Pontchartrain Beach tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, take it. Come on, take it and go. They'll all be there. And there's no cooler spot in town than Pontchartrain Beach on a Sunday afternoon.
How many times can you ring the bell? Just call me Big Nothing. Want to try this one?
Say, who do I thank for this date anyway? You or the boyfriend?
Boyfriend?
Well, somebody brought you to this shindig.
There it is.
Is he blind?
Well, thanks. You in his local?
What local?
Say, you're really a stranger in paradise. Jack Petty is the business agent for the Longshoremen's Union.
Uh-oh, leave it to me to pick on the boss's girl.
Don't let it throw you. What are you doing here?
Well, I bought a boat yesterday from a character by the name of Mac McCabe. So today, here I am.
So you're the one. And you call him a character?
You know about the boat?
Well, everybody knows Mac. And anything Mac knows, everybody knows. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, I'll check you out.
Well, you're different.
So are you. In all the right places.
Don't skid going around the curves. Got a penny?
Oh, baby, you're gonna break me.
You know, it isn't every day somebody lays out good cash for a busted up LSM.
I'm gonna need a lot of cash. That boat's gonna take a lot of money for repairs. Hey, Alma, you promised me the...
Oh, no, take it easy now.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you're hurting me.
Come on, you hurt the lady.
Mister, you can hit. You know what he is?
Drunk?
He's the light heavyweight champ of the Longshoremen's Union.
He's still drunk.
Who are you, kid?
Dan Corbett, president of a boat line. Who are you?
Let me handle this, Jack.
Get his weight.
175.
Every bit of it. You've, been eating good.
Navy child. 3 times a day.
Hello, Pete.
Hi, Alma.
Coffee and donuts. I wouldn't kid you. Everyone at one time or another comes here to the Café du Monde. It's a way of saying goodnight.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I've got my own way of saying goodnight.
After coffee and donuts here, the boy goes to his home and the girl goes to hers. It's an old New Orleans custom.
A very lovely custom for 2 strangers, but by this time, we're no longer strangers. Thanks, Pete.
From where I'm sitting, you're still the same fellow I met at the beach today. And you should get to bed early and get up early and get yourself a job.
You're very lovely and romantic, and I didn't hear a word you said.
You still need a job. Like I told you, Jack Petty takes good care of his boys, and a smart boy can get ahead.
All right. But I'd better stay close to you. Or you might forget. About the job, I mean.
Let's not make like I'm a sparring partner.
Okay. When do I see you again?
I'll be around. I always am. Drop by the stevedore's office tomorrow. I'll try to have some news for you.
Well, look, after coffee and donuts, aren't you going to show me any more old Louisiana customs tonight?
After coffee and donuts, no more customs. Tonight.
Okay, Charlie, hire your crews.
Charlie Simpson.
Oh!
Arma Mina.
Hey, Reilly. I'm Danny Corbett. Oh, I've heard about you. You're next Navy man, huh? Jack Petty called about you. He likes to see a good fighter in action. Alma May called Petty. What's her interest?
I wouldn't know.
Check. So you own half of a ship, hmm? Why do you want to work here on the docks?
Eat, learn the ropes. Might come in handy when I get set up.
Got a big operation in mind?
No, just want to get ahead, stay there.
Check.
Say, how come all these guys wear cigarettes behind their ears?
That means they want to invest in a steady job.
Come again?
Look, there are 77 wharves in this port. And the only way that Zero Saxon can get enough contracts to keep his men busy is to underbid the other companies. It's just one of the tricks of the business.
Well, how can they underbid if they pay union rates? Unless they kick back.
Kick back? You make it sound like a dirty word.
Kickback's a kickback in any language.
Sure. Let's say they invest their money. Every man wants to work for Zero Saxon because they know when they work for Saxon, they work every day. It pays off in the long run. Cigarette?
Sure.
Wives, they're all the same. They always like to keep you waiting.
Music sounds good.
Just wait until you taste these famous pork chops at Diamond Jim's. They're really something. Later on, we'll take you around town, show you the real New Orleans.
Sounds great. But I still don't know anything about the date you've got for me.
Ah, something special. Someone you'll really like to meet. Someone that's right up your alley. It's about time.
Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry we're late, but we just couldn't help it.
Danny, this is my wife, Marie, Danny Corbett.
So you're the fellow with the strong right arm.
Somebody better introduce me.
I'm sorry. This is my brother, Scrappy Durant.
Better know you, Scrappy.
Yeah, Scrappy used to be quite a fighter. My boss, Zero, managed him until he retired.
Now I coach a union boxing team. That's why Joe wanted me to meet you. Word's got around that you got a good solid punch. So I'm glad to meet you. This is my date?
Oh, Joe, how could you? I'm sure Mr. Corbett was expecting a... What were you expecting?
Scrappy, he's lovely. Shall we join the ladies?
Hi, Joe. I've been looking all over town for you.
Yeah? I'm sorry, honey.
I know. Zero Saxon wants to see you.
Danny, Scrappy, take care of Marie, will you? If I'm too late, I'll see you at home. I won't be too long, honey. Bye.
So long.
Well, come on, tourist. We've still got a lot of sights to show you.
Keep the change. Well, now I can really say I've seen New Orleans. I've delivered you safe and sound, and I guess I'd better be going.
Now you must come on up. Oh.
Well,
Excuse me. When Joe called us at the wit's end, he said he'd definitely meet us at home. Come on.
okay, if that's what Joe said, but I've heard about guys who had to go out the window when the husband came home.
Come on.
Joe? Joe? Maybe he's asleep on the balcony.
I've got a sneaking suspicion he's not home. Sorry you were saddled with my brother and me. I guess it wasn't much fun.
I had a swell time.
Thanks for being polite.
No, honestly. You got a beautiful layout here. Must have cost a lot. I'm gonna have one like it soon.
When your ship comes in?
Oh, you heard about it too. My boat. It should be all mine in about a year.
Doesn't that cost a lot of money?
It does. But I'll get it somehow.
Don't let it cost too much, Dan.
What do you mean?
You seem like a nice fellow. Stay that way. Nice.
You sound like you expect something to happen.
Why not? We're living on top of the waterfront. Anything can happen.
Like what?
I don't know any of the answers. Only questions. But if you're a nice guy like I think, well, nice guys get hurt easily.
Nice girls get hurt, too. So take care of yourself. And Joe and Scrappy. You're the kind of people I like. So stay that way.
Sure. Sure, we'll make a deal. We'll all watch over each other.
Did I say something wrong?
Let's have dinner together, all of us, sometime.
Soon?
Soon.
So long, Marie. I said so long.
Sorry. I was thinking. Thanks for everything. I'll see you to the door.
No, don't bother. I can find my way out. Say good morning to Joe for me.
How you doing?
Okay. That's the last of this lot.
Give me the list. I'll check it off in the cargo book.
No, I want to do it. I still want to learn all the angles.
Hey, you guys! We just unloaded this stuff. It hasn't been checked. What are you doing?
Confidentially, we're loading a truck.
Confidentially, let's see how fast you can unload it. You guys are picking up the wrong cargo. Let's see your papers.
Who filled your papers, bud?
Look, I just checked the manifest. This stuff goes by train, not truck.
Come on, come on. Come on, Charlie. All right, break it up. Come on, break it up. What gives?
You tell me. We're loading our truck, and this guy comes up and starts blowing up a storm.
You're loading the wrong cargo. I tried to tell him, and then this joker slugged me.
It's all right. He's a new boy on the docks. He won't pull a trick like that again.
Say, who's crazy here, you or me?
All right, boys, let's move cargo. Come on, you men up there, too. Let's go. All right, dock your time. What's the idea of pulling a grandstand trick like that?
I told you, Joe, they were moving the wrong cargo.
Who's running this wharf, you or me?
Look, if there's a mistake, whose responsibility is it? Yours or mine? Okay, Joe. I guess I was overanxious.
Go on, get back to work.
Well, she doesn't look like much yet, but wait till I finish working on her.
Sure. Just like a woman. Enough paint, she'll look as good as new.
Yeah. All your life, you try to figure the angles. Then one day along comes an old, rusty, beat-up LSM, and you know you got this whole living deal licked.
It's funny. I've never yet found anything that could mean that much to me. Maybe I'm figuring the wrong angles.
You're a lonely girl, Alma, baby.
Somebody told you.
No, I saw it on your face the first day I met you.
You're no fun when you're serious.
Look, what's the pitch? So far, I don't know a thing about you. Every time I start talking about you, you clam up like I was a one-man investigating committee.
Nothing to know.
Nobody lives in a vacuum.
Hey, that's real deep stuff.
Another guy on the hook? One you can't talk about?
Can't talk about? Just a guy. Let's talk about the boat.
Look, I'm not the marrying type either.
I figured as much.
What are you doing tonight? My turn to show you the town from top to bottom. I've saved up some dough.
You and your boat both know where you're going. Save your money for that.
Hello, Danny. Hiya, Scrappy. Danny, I want you to meet a friend of mine, Pete Herman. Pete's the ex-bantamweight champ of the world. Pete, this is Danny Corbett.
And a friend of Scrappy's a friend of mine.
Glad to know you, Pete.
Hi, Petey. Hi, Scrappy.
Hello, Ralph. Ralph, you know Danny Corbett?
No, I don't believe I do.
Danny, this is Ralph Tupaz.
Hi, Danny.
Glad to know you, Ralph.
Pleasure. Pete, could I see you for a second? Excuse me. That's all right.
Sure. Changed your mind, huh? Decided to fight after all. I need the training to be a longshoreman, huh? Mind if I use the gym? No, go ahead. It's all yours. Thanks a lot.
Say, Scrappy.
Yeah, Denny.
You're a friend of Joe's, aren't you?
Joe and Marie both. They're my whole family. Why?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering how he does it, on what he makes as a dock boss. That apartment.
Joe's all right, Danny.
I didn't say he wasn't. Just said they live very well.
Now, look, if you think that Joe's all right, you hear?
Stop shadow boxing with me. I like Joe, too, and Marie.
Yeah, I kind of think you do, Dan.
So?
Well, Dan, it's like... I shouldn't talk it over with you.
If not to a friend, who then?
Well, it's got me worried, Dan. They're not as happy as they used to be. I thought that was one marriage that'd really work out, but now... And now I just don't know.
I'm having dinner with them tonight.
Huh?
Some sort of celebration, Joe said.
Yeah.
Marie's making jambalaya. Yeah, that's it. I always thought it was the name of a song. What are they celebrating, you know?
I know you got a good right hand, Denny.
Mike, you better find out when the Artania's due.
Artania? That makes 5 about all we're set to handle.
And that's it. We mustn't be greedy. We're young yet. You smell nice.
Even during business hours?
Sure, honey. You're important business.
Hello, Zero.
Hi, Joe.
You suppose we could have a little talk now?
Sure.
Well, there's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and now I finally got the chance.
How do you mean, Joe?
A fellow's offered to set me up in my own stevedoring outfit, so well, I'd like to step on.
You really think you could pull it off? Big job, big headache. Big chance might mean a big flop.
Well, I've learned a few of the tricks from you, Zero, and I can get the Franklin line contract to start with.
I'll bet you can at that.
Well, that is, naturally, if you're not interested in the contract yourself.
You know I'm not, Joe. I never was. Okay, everybody, let's wish the best of luck to Boss Reilly.
Thanks, Zero. Thanks, everybody.
How about a drink, Joe?
No, I've got to run along. Marie's waiting for me. Thanks, Zero. Bye.
He's a nice guy. No?
Say goodnight, honey.
What?
Go powder your nose and straighten your seams or something. Be a good girl, baby.
Oh, sure.
You know something? He'll go far.
You gonna let him walk out just like that? Anytime he decides to talk, he can close us up.
No kidding. Take care of that. I want it back.
We don't get rid of it?
Not yet.
Come on.
Bye, Zero. Hiya, Joe.
How about a drink?
Well, look, it's like I told you upstairs, fellas. Marie's waiting for me with dinner.
So she'll wait a little longer.
Sure, what's the rush?
Oh, it's really getting late. I gotta get going. Looks like your hand's kind of stuck to my arm.
Let's go someplace.
And talk.
just seen the quarter two sisters.
She's late.
Joe's been working hard lately.
Later and later every night.
Tough.
He says he's got something big planned. Maybe it'll give him a lot of spare time.
I hope it's a good deal for both of you.
How can it be?
Well, that's a funny approach. Joe's working hard, isn't he?
Too hard.
You can't condemn him for trying.
I don't. I don't have to like what he's after.
All right, I give up. What's he after?
The brass ring on a merry-go-round. Doesn't have a brass ring.
I see. Now I know absolutely nothing. Good drink.
Thanks. It's my own recipe. Don't ask me what's in it. It's never the same twice.
Joe's trying hard to get on top. Is that wrong?
He was a stevedore when I met him. I fell in love with Joe the stevedore. Not Joe the big man on top. I married Joe the stevedore. I was happy. I don't want success or power or big money, just Joe.
A man's got a right to dream. You're part of that dream. Just like my boat's part of my dream. And I want the big money someday, too. Is that a crime?
Yes. When it's a crime against oneself.
Spell that out.
He's changed too much.
People grow up.
Can't he grow up without hurting himself?
That's the gamble a man takes if he wants to get somewhere.
You mean that he'll never be satisfied? The more he has, the more he wants? I'm wasting my time. Joe won't be happy till he makes the big move. And now the time has come.
Is this something you know, or did you just dream it up?
The big deal is being made tonight. Joe wanted it to be a surprise. But when I found out he was talking to Zero Saxon, well, I wouldn't be much of a wife if I couldn't take it from there.
Here's to you, Joe, and the big deal.
You don't know any reason why somebody would want to kill him?
Like I said, Superintendent, everybody liked Joe Reilly.
Your best friend is found floating in the Mississippi with 4 slugs in him, and you don't want to talk to us. Are you afraid?
I just don't know anything about it, that's all. I'd help you out if I could.
Okay, go ahead, Charlie. You can go.
I'm sorry, Superintendent.
Well, what do you make of it, Superintendent? He may be telling the truth. Then again, he may be afraid to talk.
What's he afraid of?
If this were New York and a docker was murdered, I'd guess he was mixed up in a racket, but not in New Orleans.
No, we don't have rackets in New Orleans.
All at once, the 3 men had the same thought. How sure were they that the rackets hadn't moved into New Orleans? Wayne Brandon said he knew that racketeers had cost New York $150 million in pilfered cargo alone. He was scared. Al Chittenden explained what this would mean to his union, an all-out battle to keep criminals and racketeers from exploiting his men. And Police Superintendent Schurling said if rackets took over the 42-mile waterfront, he'd need not a police force, but an army.
Marie.
Anything I can do?
Uh-uh. Are they sure that it's Joe?
Yeah. You know, you're wonderful taking it like this.
Am I? I've cried for days. I don't think I can cry anymore. I knew he wasn't coming back. I knew they killed him.
How could you know?
I knew that Joe wanted to quit. But he didn't come home. I knew right away what had happened.
Just because he wanted to go into business for himself, Marie, it doesn't add up. I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
I know. Man I married didn't just disappear. I lost him a long time ago. He started working for Zero Saxon.
How are you, Mr. Saxon? Is there anything I can do for you, Mr. Saxon?
No. This is Mr. Chambers. He's chief investigator for the Maritime Insurance Group. He's checking into some lost cargoes. I want you to give him full cooperation, all the help you can.
Well, what shipment was it?
Here's a signed receipt for cargo delivered to this dock. It never arrived in Europe.
Well, who's this F.A. Wilson? The guy that signed it?
Why, the checker.
Never been a checker by the name of Wilson on this wharf. Never heard of him?
You know what I think? Mr. Chambers, somebody forged that signature. Why, I'll bet that cargo was hijacked before it ever reached this dock.
Mind if I look around, watch your handling procedure?
Help yourself. I guess that's all.
Yes, Mr. Saxon.
Look, Mac, I said nobody opened these crates.
All right, then I won't move them.
You pick on that load.
Get your rig out of here.
Or we call the union.
Yeah.
Go ahead, call him. Read the rules. The driver's got a right to examine any cargo. He can refuse to pick it up.
What's the trouble, driver?
The last time I picked up a load here, I got a hold of the wrong stuff. This time I want to see what I'm getting or I don't move it.
Why don't you check the crate markings?
I checked them last time. I still got the wrong cargo.
I don't understand. Can't we open a couple of crates just to satisfy him?
No, you let one driver open the crates, they'd all want to do it. But have pilferage and losses all over the docks.
You have plenty of losses right now.
What are you doing?
Writing an order impounding the cargo. I have the authority.
Impounding it?
Maybe there's nothing wrong, but we've paid too many losses lately to take a chance.
Mr. Chambers, I think you're putting yourself through a lot of trouble for nothing.
We'll see. But you better warn your men, Saxon. I'm posting a guard on this wharf. And if anybody touches one of these crates before my investigation, he goes to jail.
That's a deal you stepped into, Ed. We can't touch it without going to jail. Once Chambers opens the crates, we're through. A hiring boss has got to know something about handling delicate cargo. How about it?
What do you think I got sent up for?
The reason I asked, Dura Chemicals got a big shipment going out of Julia Street Wharf tonight. Here, take a look.
Wow. Those solvents are tricky. Juggle them wrong and they'll blow up in your face.
That's what I thought. It's kind of a tough deal for somebody new on a job. But you pull this off, Ed, you got a 3-year contract with clear sailing. How about it?
Keep that guard up.
Danny? Hi. When are you going to work out?
Well, not tonight. A few minutes I go on the night shift.
You don't want to overdo that working department, you know.
Got to.
The boat?
Yeah.
How you doing in the dough department, Dan? That must cost a lot of scratch.
Not too good. Cost too much just to live.
You ever think of fighting, Dan? Oh, I don't mean amateur. I mean pro. That's big money and quick.
Can't be so great if you quit. Had a great record, right on top. All of a sudden, boom, you retire. Can't be such a great career.
You're going to be late for work, Danny.
You know, you're right.
What, are you soft in the head? What are you trying to do?
He lost up the whole deal. Stupid! Don't you call me that.
He's gonna pull it off for us. It's rotten, Jack. That's what it is. It's rotten.
I still don't see what you mean, Al.
All right. Then I'll lay it on the line. I've been around this union a long time. I can smell a rotten setup a mile away. And I've been telling you for 3 hours, you got one in your local.
You just let me
What's
explain.
to explain? A foreman murdered, or an insurance investigator ties up cargo for examination? Go on. Explain why it just happens to be destroyed in a dock fire on one of your wharfs.
Those things happen, Al. You know the waterfront. One of my boys stopped what could have been a big fire. Is that rotten?
That doesn't explain why the men won't talk about the murder or the fire. They're afraid to talk. They're scared. Of what, Jack?
How should I know?
If they're scared, why don't they come to their business agent for help? I'll tell you why. They don't trust you.
Well, if there is a mess, which I don't admit, don't I at least deserve a chance to clean it up myself?
All right, Jack. I'll give you one last chance. Clean up this mess or you're through as business agent of your local.
I don't understand. Don't anybody ever bring me any good news?
I can't help it. Things are getting tough. You know what Chambers thinks about that fire. And making an ex-con your new hiring boss didn't help either. You gotta do something, Zero.
You mean besides paying you all that grease?
If Al cans me, I'm no good to you. Grease or no grease.
If Al knew the local was solid for you, had confidence in you, trusted you, he wouldn't dare kick you out, would he?
No, but how's he gonna think that?
Well, supposing the boys threw you a testimonial dinner, sort of a spontaneous tribute to their business agent.
I ain't heard anything about a spontaneous tribute.
That's because we didn't tell him about it yet. Stupid.
You're stupid.
Don't worry, they'll kick in. They'll show up, too. You better get your tux clean.
That ought to do it, Zero. That just ought to do it.
You know something that would really put the nuts on the cake with Al? Give him a hero.
For instance?
For instance, a nice, clean boy who Jack Petty gave a break to on the docks. A boy who repaid his trust and confidence by putting out a fire that could have cost the city $1 million.
Yeah, I already told Al about that young smoke eater.
I might even do something for him myself.
What was his name again?
Yeah, what was his name again?
Dan Corbett.
Hello.
Wow, my protege.
They gave me your message that you wanted me to stop by.
I hope you like martinis.
Thanks.
Thank you. Zero thinks I'm quite a talent scout.
What's the gag?
No gag. You've got a bona fide invitation, and I've got to deliver you.
What difference does it make to Zero whether I get to Jack Petty's dinner or not?
You'll find out later. You know, you're quite a guy. Fighting, putting out fires.
You're better at starting them. Thought you were Zero's friend.
I'm my own friend. I do as I please.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, it isn't very often that a man will risk his life over and above the call of his job. You know about the incident of which I speak. You've read it in your newspapers. I wonder what would have happened if this fire had gotten away. It probably would have meant a lot of docks burnt, millions of dollars of property loss, and lives, and been a disaster in our community. And it was all prevented by this one man. And so tonight gives me a great deal of pleasure to have an honor performed here, and I'm going to call on the Chief of the New Orleans Fire Department, Howard L. Day, to present a certificate of merit to this courageous young man. Chief Day.
Thank you, Councilman Skiro. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the citizens of New Orleans, it gives me great pleasure in presenting this certificate of merit to an outstanding hero, Mr. Daniel Corbett.
What idea was that?
Go on up. Go on.
Just a minute, Dan. Now, I've got something to say. Starting tomorrow, if he wants to, Dan can go to work for me as assistant hiring boss on Congress Street Wharf. How about it, Danny? The pay's good. You want the job?
Do I?
And who do you suppose picked our young hero? Gave him his break on the docks. That's right, our guest of honor, Jack Petty. Now, you know, Jack, he hates to make speeches. But even without speeches, Jack knows how we all feel about him. But in case he should ever forget, the boys in his local all chipped in and got him a little reminder. And I think it only proper that President L of the Union should make a presentation. How about it?
Danny, you just hit the jackpot.
This is a beautiful solid gold cigarette case. And it's engraved to Jack Petty, a real guy from his boys. Congratulations, Jack.
Thanks, Al.
And just so everybody will go home with something, there are souvenirs for the ladies. Come on, pass them all out.
Compliments of Zero Saxon.
Expensive stuff, huh?
Zero always thinks things are okay if they smell pretty.
Compliments of Zero Saxon. Cost every man on the dock a day's pay.
I can't stay, Charlie. I came to a memorial tribute to Joe and nothing else.
Yeah, I had enough laughs.
Hi, everybody. Looks like my night to buy the drinks, huh?
Congratulations on your new job, Danny.
Thanks.
Sure you make a lot of money with Zero.
You make it sound like that's bad.
That's just fine. Get it any way you can. That's what they always say. Coming?
Night, Dad. Miss Worth. We were just leaving. Scrappy?
I think I'll stick around a while, Marie. You go home with Sue and Charlie. Good night, Sue. Charlie.
Good night.
Dan, can I talk to you a while alone?
Go ahead. I'll dance with Zero.
A little while, okay?
Okay.
I don't know why, but I sure laid an egg with Marie and Charlie.
There's a lot of things you don't know, Dan. One of them's how much you hurt Marie.
Hurt Marie? How?
Dan, look, we both like you. She doesn't want to see you get all mixed up the way Joe did.
You gonna give me a line about Zero?
Look, I've been keeping my mouth shut, but my ears and eyes are working overtime. That Stevedore Corporation is Zero's. That's just a cover-up for his real operation, big-time smuggling and pilfering on the docks. And that dame you're with tonight, she's the one that fingers the cargoes for him, while she only works in the Stevedore contracting office to get information for Zero.
You're crazy. I've worked on Zero's docks. He couldn't possibly get away with it.
Oh, yeah? Did you ever hear the old shell game? Find under which walnut is the pea. Where do you think he's doing it? All right. I'll explain it to you some other time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe not. But why pick on me?
I told you, Danny, we like you. You think I'd be sticking my neck out like this if I didn't think you were being played for a sucker?
Suppose I work for Zero, and I tell him how you feel.
I don't think you're a squealer, Danny.
It's like you scratch my back and so forth. You saved us a bundle by putting out that fire. Now we want to do you a turn. So we'll pay you $200 a week to start.
200?
That's only a start. Later on, you make good, you get a cut of the business like Joe did.
Thanks. I never thought I'd make that much money without stealing it.
What are you getting at, kid?
From all I've heard, you operate just like everybody else, only smarter.
Well, sure, kid. You gotta be smart unless you want to work in a bargain basement.
All I want is to own my own boat and head up the river to the tall timber.
Up the river, tall timber. I like poetry. So get some sleep. We'll see you later.
Coming?
Oh, we'll see she gets home all right. Don't think we blame you, Danny boy, for being careful. As a matter of fact, we appreciate it. We don't want to hire the wrong guy either.
Yeah. I like poetry, too.
I'll see you.
See you.
Who got to him?
How do you mean?
You didn't hear nothing on the docks, I could tell. Somebody got to him after I offered him the job at the banquet.
I saw him talking to Scrappy.
They was yapping like two old maids.
I noticed how Scrappy's changed ever since Joe Reilly was killed. He just might talk too much.
Marie's his sister, and he's her brother. You know what I mean?
Can't stand the heat of another killing. Unless maybe we got Scrappy one more fight.
This guy's just a plain squealer. An A1 stoolie. That's why you got to be a little more careful who you talk to.
The little punk went to the boss and told him everything you said.
Do yourself a favor. From now on, keep your lip buttoned up. Let him go, stupid.
All right, that's enough. Scrappy! Okay, double-crosser. I'm gonna teach you a lesson you'll never forget. Come on, fight! What's the matter? I hit you too hard? You want to run and tell Zero about it? Scrappy! Come on, get your hands up. Fight! Yes. I couldn't. I didn't hit him that hard.
It may work out with you. You never work out with anyone.
He wasn't sparring. He came in the ring like a wild man.
Funny. Just a couple of minutes ago, he was talking to Deuce Big Mike. Now,
Take it easy, kid. Accidents happen. Nobody can explain them.
You didn't kill him. He had no right to fight.
I tell you, I killed him. I don't know, he seemed sore about something. I don't know why. But he kept hitting me and hitting me. Then I hit him. Just once.
It wasn't hard. But it hit a lot of guys harder. And Scrappy was a fighter. He went down. He never moved. I've been trying to figure it. Why? Why?
His heart.
What about his heart?
He had a bad heart. The doctor told him another fight would kill him.
Who knew about this?
Just a few. Scrappy was too proud to let on. That's why he quit the fight ring. Zero knew. He used to manage him.
Deuce and Big Mike were there. They'd been talking to him. I got it. Let me have the Port Commission office, please. Brandon, please. Mr. Brandon. Mr. Brandon, this is Dan Corbett.
The secret meeting between Dan Corbett and Wayne Brandon took place in the private quarters of the Hampshire, an exclusive businessman's club. Brandon invited Police Superintendent Shearing and Al Chittenden to sit in with him. Dan began by telling them his idea of the reason for Scrappy's death.
Somehow, through Mike and Deuce, Zero managed to get Scrappy in the ring with me. The rest you know.
Just what is Zero's setup?
Big-time pilfering, mainly. But with sidelines. Smuggling, kickbacks, special collections, short gangs.
Now you see why I wanted you two here.
I just don't see how Zero can get away with pilfering. It has to be a big operation with contacts to finger the cargoes.
Zero's got a girl planted in the Stevedores Contracting Association. The checkers and dock bosses are in on it. He even operates the new Dixie truck line as a blind.
But with labeled crates, ship's manifest, signed receipts, how can he manage it?
Well, the way Scrappy explained it, it's like the old shell game. Here, I'll try to show you what I mean. Al, would you pass me a couple of those matches? A couple of them. The shells. But instead of using shells, Zero uses a ship, a warehouse, and a truck. Oh, yes. Instead of 1P, he uses 2, just to make it more complicated. Now, let's say that this is the valuable cargo Zero wants. It's on the ship, and it's unloaded on, say, Poitras Street Wharf. Now, Zero sends down one of his trucks, brings in a load of crates marked exactly the same way as the valuable cargo. P number 2. In the dock warehouse, the papers are switched from the original cargo, the legitimate cargo, to the phony crates. The truck comes in, picks up the phony crates instead of the cargo it should have.
And one of the insurance companies will lick. Try to trace that transaction back months later.
Afterward, when things are quiet, Zero sends back his truck to pick up the valuable cargo.
What about shipments going abroad?
I just reverse the process, load the phony crates on the ship.
By law, Zero has to keep exact dock records. They've been inspected, so he'd have to doctor the cargo book and keep a file of phony invoices.
And Gene Lafitte thought he was a pirate.
All we have to do now is to tail Zero's new Dixie trucks whenever one leaves the docks.
No, that's no good. Because that cargo may be reloaded 2 or 3 times. Maybe even recrated.
Even so, if we stop the trucks, we stop Zero.
Until we find out where the trucks finally end up.
What about radio? The Navy used radio oscillators and directional antenna as locators. Now, if we could plant one of those small transmitting oscillators in the stolen cargo on the docks, why, your radio cars would have no trouble following that cargo, no matter how many times it was transshipped.
Our radio section could rig up the oscillators, but then...
what?
But there's still a matter of planting them in the right cargoes.
I think I could take care of that. Zero just made me assistant dock boss. I could keep that job until the oscillators are planted.
I guess I don't have to warn you if Zero should find out you talked to us.
No, you don't. I remember what happened to Joe Reilly and Scrappy.
Brandon will notify you when the oscillators are ready.
Then it'll be up to you.
You'll be on your own. Be careful. Good luck.
It'll be worth a try. Thank you, gentlemen.
Not long after the meeting, Dan got his chance to place one of the oscillators.
think you're doing?
Oh, the corner of the case was smashed. I was just nailing it up.
Anybody catch you doing that kind of work, you'll have the union on your neck.
Oh, thanks a lot. See, I don't know all the union rules yet.
As soon as Zero Saxon's new Dixie truck pulled out with the shipment containing the oscillator, the police car's antenna was quick to spot it, and it was easy to follow the shipment.
All right, man, let's get this stuff moving.
Target stopped. Transship once. Seemed to have settled down for the night. Bearing 137.
137, Pointer Street Wharf.
This is Unit 30. Lafayette and Delta. Final bearing 286.
286, Lafayette and Delta. Well, there it is. That's where our transmitter ended up.
You know that location, Superintendent.
Do I?
One of the biggest warehouses in the city, Challenge Distributors.
Big firm, important, respectable, so to speak.
Doesn't seem possible. They could be handling stolen goods.
We'll know for sure when we raid them. But first, we must find out how many more outlets Zero has.
Only a short time later, after following through the same procedures, Police Superintendent Shoring had his information. Besides Challenge Distributors, Zero had two more outlets, General Wholesale, and last, Ace Storage. Now, they were ready to move in on Zero.
Hey, Frank, what's this all about?
I thought I'd better bring it. It was in one of the crates from the docks.
Somebody's getting too smart. I don't like clever people.
What is it, Zero?
It's a small transmitter to trace those crates by radio.
The police?
You better pack all this stuff back in the crates like it was. Get it back on the docks pronto.
What about the dock records? They checked those receipts against the cargo book.
We'll fix the records. Get going. What are you doing?
Thought I'd call up and get the boys started.
If they planted oscillators, that bugged the phone too. Do as I told you.
Okay, Zero.
This thing didn't crawl in that crate by itself. Somebody helped it. Somebody who's a little too clever to be around. Anywhere.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Jim?
Yeah.
This is Mike. Look, I think there's an undercover police car across the street, so I can't come in. The boss wants you to pack all those crates.
All of them.
Yeah. Boss wants you to pack all those crates, just like they were, and get them back to the docks. What?
What about the records?
Zero will take care of that. You just get those crates back to the dock quick. Right.
If that cargo gets back on the docks, our evidence is gone. If we stop the trucks, they'll know we're monitoring their warehouse calls.
I think we can fix that. Hello? Al speaking. Yeah, I want all the men pulled off Zero Saxon stocks. Right now. Yeah, it's a strike. Too many accidents. Whatever signs you got. And get this. Tell the pickets to let no one on or off the docks. Right. Zero will never put that stolen cargo back now. Not through our picket lines. See you later.
Who could it be? We checked on everybody had a chance to do it.
Could it be Alma May?
Chance to do what?
Plan an escalator, or you know what I mean. Something you put in a crate or something like that.
A what?
She didn't do it.
Oh.
It had to be planted on the docks. Whoever did it knew what we were after. Opened the crate, stuck it in, then nailed it up again.
Have you checked Dan, Corbett?
Why?
I caught him nailing up one of those crates. He said it was smashed.
Nah, he's too new. He could never figure out the setup this fast.
Wait a minute. He's clever. He's smart. And he talked to Scrappy a little too much. Ed, you better bring him up here, quick.
Zero, I think you're right.
This is Special Unit A outside the Challenge warehouse. Loaded truck just came out of the building and turned down toward the docks. Over.
Okay, we've got it. Just sit tight where you are. This is Superintendent Shuring. Dispatch the 3 special details to the warehouse. I'll be with the dock detail.
What are we doing, playing catch? We were wondering if you'd ever seen it before, that's all.
What is it? How would I have seen it before?
When you planted it in that smashed cargo crate on the docks. Very clever and smart, Danny boy. Now don't start acting dumb. Talk.
Sorry, pal. President Al's orders. Nobody gets on this dock till the strike's over.
What do you want me to do?
Beat it.
Okay, okay.
Hold it. Yeah? What? A picket line on all my docks? No, you sit tight. We'll handle it. The union boss has pulled all his men out for contract violations. The truck can't get through the picket line.
That does it.
Ed, you and Deuce get down to Molly's and the Fat Frenchman's. Pay the boys anything you have to. Tell them they're gonna bust the picket line. Start enough trouble to draw any guards away from the office so I can get rid of the cargo records. Get going.
Why give him a gun?
Because it's the one that killed Joe Reilly, that's why. If he has talked, a nice murder charge complete with a beautiful set of fingerprints might make him change his testimony. I'll leave you to watch him.
Out on strike, Charlie?
That's what the signs say.
Better get your boys out of the way. We're unloading a ship for Zero.
And if your men try to stop us, they're gonna get hurt.
Nobody crosses that line.
they'll give you a break.
Suppose they won't.
It'll be worth a chance. If you're picked up with zero, it'll be nothing short of murder. Trust me, I'll go to bat for you.
Shut up, you punk.
All right, Danny boy. Now you can tell the police how I helped you.
But she's almost mine. What do you think of her?
You know, I never quite believed that boat story.
Well, that's a fine attitude.
Don't blame me, lady. I tried to talk him out of it.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin on the Zero Saxon case. On the basis of additional evidence from the New Orleans Police Crime Laboratory, the grand jury this morning indicted Floyd Zero Saxon for the murder of Joe Reilly. Ballistic tests proved conclusively that the bullets taken from a young longshoreman named Corbett were fired from the same gun as those found.
You know, it's lucky Zero was such a good shot. Just suppose he missed you.
Say, if you two are gonna start painting the boat, you better get going.
Okay, Captain.
So a young California ex-sailor trying to buy a boat happened to be the key to breaking the waterfront dictatorship of Zero Saxon, which had threatened the position of historic New Orleans as the second greatest port of the United States.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed. You gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, it ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Unidentified object.
All planes should have been out of this area 20 minutes ago.
Transcontinental Flight 17, he's off course.
Will he hold us up?
No, he'll be clear before launching. 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
You better be clear. I hear that satellite cost us $9 million.
It'll be just great if she sideswiped an airliner. 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Skies are clear.
3 minutes.
Power on.
And man is finally ready to move into space.
Colonel Tomlinson, I'd like to have you meet Dr. Anderson. I assume you two gentlemen have known of each other.
Doctor, it's rare to meet so illustrious a physicist.
Thank you, General. I'm pleased. But I'm sure you're just as distressed at my presence here as Secretary Platt.
Oh, I wouldn't say distressed.
No, certainly not, Mr. Platt. We're all in a state of high hilarity. And we'll all wind up in a state of high mortality if you don't call off this satellite project.
How many times have I told you that's impossible?
Not nearly as many times as I've warned the government against such a course. I said it when I was head of the perpetual missile program. I said it before that when I was working on the Manhattan Project in War II. Don't tell me you haven't read my papers on the subject.
You've had a remarkable career, Doctor. Every degree imaginable. By the way, just what are you doing at present? Retired, I understand?
That's one way of putting it. The world is full of fat heads, Mr. Secretary. Full to overflowing.
I've got a great deal of respect for you, Dr. Anderson. But this has not convinced me the satellite is a menace to the safety of the world.
What happened to the first one? The small one?
It exploded in its own orbit.
Anyone know why?
Nobody?
I know why. It was a warning. I anticipated that fully 3 years before the satellite was launched.
Doctor, you said something about the other planets wanting to keep the Earth in its place?
To keep her out of the skies.
But there's no life in the other planets of this system.
I'm not arguing theory, General. I'm only telling you this. Alien intelligence watches us constantly. It will see this satellite of yours and know something must be done. I'm here to ask you, to beg you, to save your own world.
Well, Doctor, this has become just an academic question. In about 8 seconds, the sphere will be launched. They're in the countdown right now.
This pie is delicious. Did you bake it yourself?
Oh, sure. An old family recipe my grandmother sold at the bakery. Tom, you want some more?
Only half a gallon.
What are you acting so smug about? You look like a man who just inherited Texas.
You might not be too far off in a sense.
Tom?
Yes, dear.
I know. I bet you finally decided you were wrong about the satellite.
Hardly. It's my greatest interest in life. Second greatest.
Well, been up there for 3 months now and nothing horrible has happened. 80 feet in diameter, 1,070 miles high, and circling the Earth at 16,000 miles an hour.
Oh, look. Can't you two talk about anything else? I'm getting tired of hearing about nothing but satellites, isotopes, conical graduations, and all the rest. Maybe you've got something in space medicine I could use for a headache, huh?
Well, you have got something up your sleeve. What is it?
I can't tell you, Paul. My wife won't let me. She thinks I'm crazy.
The whole world thinks you're crazy, maybe even me. Now, what's the big secret?
Well?
Tom, please.
Honey, this is too big.
But you promised.
Paul will understand. Maybe nobody else on Earth, but Paul will understand.
I'll try.
Come into the other room.
Don't take it so hard, Claire.
See what you've got.
Come on, I'll wash and you wipe.
does one buy the kit?
It'll be just a second.
I've got a second.
There, do you have any idea what you're listening to?
London Philharmonic?
It's Venus.
Huh?
Venus.
Why not? We've bounced signals off the moon's surface. There's no reason that Venus shouldn't radiate impulses.
I don't mean the static. Can't you hear it, the other thing?
What other thing?
Listen to it, Paul. Listen to the voice.
Hello. Paul Nelson here. What? Well, that's impossible. Yes, I'll be right down.
Something wrong at the installation?
It's gone.
What's gone?
The satellite. It took off on a direct tangent into space. It's vanished.
You'd better get over there.
Joan!
What is it, Paul?
Some trouble at the installation. We have to run.
Good night, Cleef.
Good night.
I know what you're thinking, Tom. I don't appreciate it.
I've always thought Tom was a little off, but tonight he went too far.
Tom's a genius. Too much so, but I got more important things to worry about. Let's go.
Any change, Sergeant?
No, sir.
I think maybe the general ain't so happy tonight.
Raise the gain on the audio. We might hear something.
It's at full decibel now.
The scientific achievement of the century has disappeared. We've got to find it.
You promised.
If this keeps up, I think we should get a turnstile.
It's back. Maybe the instruments failed, and maybe they didn't. Anyway, we're going to find out.
Sorry, Doctor.
Well, it wasn't your fault, Ellen. Now, be sure you get the reports to Washington before morning.
Yes, sir.
Tell them we're bringing the satellite down for full examination.
Yes, sir.
Pete, can you handle recovery procedure all right by yourself?
All I have to do is wait till she's at 43 North, push a couple buttons.
The Secretary Pratt is going to want to know where she went and why. That means examination of every instrument on board. If anything else goes wrong, call me at home. Right.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
This is Anderson. Acknowledge. Where are you? Yes, yes. It's true, I am your only friend. Nobody else even knows you exist. But they will. It'll be the greatest day in the history of mankind.
Come to bed, Tom.
He's here, darling. He drew the satellite to his world, to Venus. And now he's back, within an hour. He's inside that circling laboratory, just waiting to come down to us, to save us.
Please come to bed. You'll feel better in the morning.
I'm signing off now. I'll reopen contact after sunrise.
Don't let it get a hold of you, Tom. You've dreamed and imagined for such a long time. Don't let your imagination bring itself to life.
This is no image, darling. It's what I've been predicting for years. And this is good instead of evil. That was my one uncertainty.
Well, don't think about it now. You need some sleep.
I'm gonna stay by the set tonight.
Whatever you say, Tom. Good night.
You're positive you know what you're doing?
Oh, I think we can manage without wrecking it too much.
Well, what am I worried about? I'm not paying for it. They're ready, Mr. Secretary.
All right. Nothing to do now but bring it down.
I've got the car waiting downstairs.
Proceed with the operation.
Roger. 30 seconds.
Position 42 north, 58 minutes. 59 minutes, 43 north. Locking and locked.
Decelerating.
4 gravities.
Too slow.
6 gravities.
Should be past 28 by now.
Something wrong?
Well, I don't know, General. The thing acts like it doesn't want to come down. Begin descent.
Dorsal rockets engaged. Abandoning orbit.
It's not responding.
What's happening?
I don't know, General. It's behaving very erratically.
Well, then send it back up. Don't experiment with it.
It's too late now, General. She's in pattern. Or supposed to be.
What's going to happen next?
I don't think I want to know.
Get Washington again, Carol.
Yes, sir. Communications.
Yes, I hear you. He's alive, darling. He survived the crash.
Tom, you're a sick man.
The whole world's sick, darling. It always has been. But that's all over now. At last, every dream of man can be realized.
Stop it, Tom.
Would you get Paul on the phone? I've got to tell him.
I'm going into town. When I get back, I pray to God you'll be rational.
Claire. What's that? Yes. According to a rough triangulation, I put you in the mountains about 10 miles south of here.
Thought you filled it last night.
I did. It's funny. It must be the battery or something. I'll have a look.
Paul, my watch has stopped.
Well, wind it up.
What's come over this place? Everything's gone haywire.
There's been a power failure someplace. I imagine they'll have it fixed in a few minutes.
Phone's dead, General. It sure is quiet outside.
And it's always quiet in these mountains.
Not this quiet.
What happened to the satellite?
Oh, it's down, just a little ways south of here. The signals were full of static, but still coming through when the power failed.
Gone. $9 million and 5 years' work.
No, I can't find anything.
Well, we can't just sit here for... Paul! Horrible.
They might want us as witnesses. What time is it?
Well, I've still got 3:03. The darn thing won't go.
Car clock is stopped, too. Same time.
I wonder why.
Coincidence?
No. I've got a premonition.
Well, I've got a stalled car. For once, I'm glad Tom pulled out here in the country. We'll walk up to his place. Maybe he'll drive us to a garage.
Might as well. You can't sit here all day.
Yes, I had the names of the key control people in this vicinity. Mayor of Beechwood, Andrew Townsend. Chief of Police, N.J. Shallett. Chief Security Officer for the installation, Brigadier General James Paddock. Head of the satellite project, Dr. Paul Nelson. Along with their wives, this makes a total of 8. Exactly the number of control devices you will be able to produce at this time. I'd like to see one of these devices. I presume they're electronic in function.
Just quit on me, no reason.
Mine too. There's not a car running in town. Screwy.
What's happening in the rest of the country, Mr. Haskell?
I don't know. The wire service broke down. Looks like this town is stranded in the midst of nowhere. Well, Mrs. Anderson, your husband said this thing was going to happen. Now ask him how well we're going to get out of it.
Yes, I'll be sure to.
Keep moving. Nothing to be afraid of.
Officer, my husband, he's in an iron lung. It stopped.
You get back in there and operate it by hand. I'll get help to you. Claire! You're Anderson. I read your stuff. You did this. Come on, you. Haven't I got trouble enough without somebody got it started?
Are you hurt?
No, come on. I got the car parked on the edge of town.
Well, none of the other cars are working.
Ours is at power control.
I thought you said Tom and Claire lived nearby.
They do when you're driving.
What's that?
Well, I'm not going to stop to ask it.
What an ugly creature. I've never seen anything like it.
Neither have I. Must be some kind of cave bat. Remind me to ask Tom about it. He knows zoology.
Well, let's go. We'll never get there standing here.
De-energize.
We stopped power at source. That means electricity, steam, water, combustion engines, everything.
Water? You mean the faucets won't work?
That's right.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Hey, cut that out.
Thought you said it wouldn't work.
Well, sure, that works. It belongs to me.
At last.
Nice to see you folks. Just get back from the Olympics?
Practically.
The car broke down about 100 miles up the road.
You chose the wrong day to go for a ride.
Can you run me down to Phil's garage?
I'm afraid that wouldn't do you any good, but I will ask you inside for a drink.
You look all in.
Drink I can use.
I'll get some ice.
What's your pleasure?
I'll have some bourbon and soda.
Somebody can just pour a bucket of water over my head and then shrink my feet.
What time did your car die?
3:03.
Well, that's when all the clocks stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need anything else?
No, thank you, dear.
Wait a minute, how did you know the car died? Could have had a broken axle or anything.
Could have. It didn't. Ran down just like every other car did today.
Misery loves company, but that's carrying it too far.
What's going on?
Relax. You have plenty of time.
Heard anything from General Paddock?
Not a thing. Not since he left the headquarters an hour ago.
Took the Jeep, huh?
No, the Jeep don't run, so the general, he walks.
How are things going inside? Power's still off.
Funny thing, the auxiliary has a hand crank. That doesn't even work.
Wonder what effect all this is having on my wife's big mouth.
Let me know if you hear anything from the general.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm sorry, Tom. I can't bring myself to believe what you're saying.
It's nothing new. It's been years since anyone's believed me.
All right, let's assume you're right. A superior intelligence has come from Venus in my satellite, established residency, turned off the world's power, and is about to take over the world's population. Why aren't you fighting it?
Because this superior intelligence happens to be a personal friend of mine. I believe he's here to rescue mankind, not to conquer it, as you have naturally concluded.
A personal friend of yours.
Real chums.
The days when people made fun of me are over, girls.
Rescue mankind from what?
From itself.
Oh, I didn't know we needed rescuing.
Remember your theory on contained gravitation?
How could I forget it?
You thought you could build a craft that would degravitate itself, and so escape the Earth's draw without any fuel or engine of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea. What happened to it?
Washington red tape couldn't get an appropriation.
So? Stupidity. An example of how stupidity restrains man's progress. I've been a continual victim of it myself. Stupidity, fear, greed.
And the new arrival is going to end all of this?
In so short a time, you hardly realize it's been done. Can't help feeling a sense of triumph, Paul. I'm in on the beginning of ultimate freedom. I predicted the possibility. I assist the benefactor.
How's he going to do it?
Can't tell you yet, Paul. It's premature. But you'll be with us very soon.
I don't think so, Tom. I'd have to take a long, hard look at anything that was going to change the world and me so completely. How about a lift to the lab?
No point in going there. It's inoperative and useless.
Then will you drive us home?
Sure. Go out to the car. I'll be with you in a minute. Paul didn't panic. There's nothing quite like a logical, orderly mind.
He didn't panic because logic makes him think you're insane.
Don't ride me, Claire. I've forgiven your lack of faith for years. But now the facts are in front of you. It's time you stood by me.
I'll stand by you, Tom. Not just because I'm your wife, but because I love you.
You heard? Trace the energy of my car. It will lead you to Nelson's home. He's difficult, but his mind is of utmost value.
Everything in order, men?
Yes, sir.
Big news from headquarters. This whole area has been placed under martial law.
Golly.
They seem to think I should be in command of this sector and prepare defense measures.
Against what?
They didn't say. This place is to be abandoned, Neil. I want you, Manuel, and the rest of the installation guards to move out at 16:30 hours. You're going on a forced march.
Yes, sir.
Your reconnaissance. Take a position south of Baker's Ridge and observe the country to the east. but take no action.
Hey, Senor General. Sir, how are we going to know when it's 4:30? Nobody's watch is working.
Here, take mine. It's running again. Now assemble your gear and move out.
What good is that going to do? There's still no power.
I know it. Let's just say it keeps me off the street.
Oh, General Paddock's, any news? Big news. We're in the midst of a communist uprising. They've sabotaged every power source in the area.
What? How'd they manage to hit all power at once? I can understand them getting the big electric and water plants, but none of the independent generators here are working.
And wristwatches.
And the flashlight.
Well, don't ask me. I just know they did it.
How did you get the message? Radio and wires are dead as everything else.
A special courier got through from 5th Army Command. I have orders to restrict everyone to this building until the emergency is over.
You mean we're prisoners?
Well, protective custody, so to speak. They'd like to get their hands on people with your fund of secrets.
Well, there's blankets and canned goods in the broom closet. We'll make out.
I'll have some supplies sent over, but don't budge an inch.
Will you read you, General? Not an inch.
Well, guess we've got a lease.
Thanks for the lift.
We'll see you, Claire. You and Tom drop over real soon.
We'll be sure to, Joan.
I hope you haven't made a permanent enemy of Paul. You were really rough on him tonight.
It's no longer possible for me to make an enemy, darling. The word enemy is about to disappear from the human language.
Oh, what about the word tact?
Well, at least you get a day off.
We'll see about that.
Dead?
Yes, try the light switch.
Paul, do you think he could be right?
He couldn't be.
He said he predicted it.
In the 15 years I've known Tom Anderson, he's predicted everything a fertile imagination could. He's wasted his entire life on calculated fantasy. One or two of his dreams were bound to come true, if only because they're so all-encompassing.
Maybe this dream has come true.
No, a natural catastrophe has occurred, Joan. We'll find a reason for it. Tom is merely trying to attach one of his pet ideas to it. Don't you see, it vindicates him, proves to a laughing world that all of his whimsies are accurate.
I see. A chance to regain face.
Exactly.
The cave you were in is located over a hot spring. That is why you find it cohabitable with Venus. Paul Nelson's still at large. If he's not at his home, he may try to get to the satellite installation. It will take you 12 days to produce 8 new devices. Too bad there aren't more of you. What are my next instructions? Remain here until Beechwood is evacuated. Yes, sir.
Come on, keep going. Out into the street. The evacuation must be accomplished by midnight.
Where are they going?
Stay up here.
Faster, move faster.
What's this all about? What's everybody running from?
It's the end of everything.
What do you mean?
Highway 18, let me go.
Oh, that's into the desert.
They set up a camp for us. Let loose of me. They're after us.
Who's after you?
This is the nearest point on the road to Baker's Ridge. We'll turn off here and watch cross country to the south.
Why don't you watch where you're going?
I seen a funny-looking bird.
That was no bird. That was the guy in front of you.
All right, let's move.
They're running from something. Maybe we should get out, too.
No, I have an idea. That's the plan. Clear the town. Control panic.
Controlled? But Tom said it was...
Forget what Tom said. I've got to go up to the installation.
Oh, Paul, no.
I've got to, Joan. I can't stay here and watch the whole world fall apart. Now, you get inside and lock everything up.
Darling, I'm afraid something terrible will happen to you. Please don't.
Go on. And be sure you close the windows, every one of them. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Paul!
Haskell. You're about the last man still in town, Mr. Haskell.
Well, looks like it. I'll probably be here for the rest of my days.
Please don't be difficult, Editor.
You got a gun, Charlotte. That isn't like you. But gun or no gun, here I stay. I helped build this town. My paper got you your job for you, remember?
No need for papers now. They're nothing but a stack of ideas and notions. Useless. Get moving.
Sorry, but I'm staying.
Charlie. Oh, Dr. Nelson. I've been hoping I'd see you.
Explain, what is this?
Orders, Doctor.
Whose orders?
His.
Charlotte, I've known you for 5 years. You just killed a man in cold blood. Why?
His orders. I'll have to place you under protective custody. You're to be one of us. Get up. You're free.
What are you doing now?
I finally learned from my friend the structure of the control devices. They fly to the persons wanted like birds. Might just see one.
How do they gain control of the victim?
Well, there are no victims, darling. You should rather call them the released. According to him, they have radiological electrode type things in their beaks. They plant these in a person's neck, after which he is controlled by the benefactor. And like bees, once they have stung, so to speak, they die.
And the people? They don't die.
No.
No. Now, only their minds.
Their minds are clearer than they ever thought possible. Only the waste is gone. The hate, the bitterness, dreams, all the foolish nonsense.
The emotion?
Yes, the emotion.
Why are you holding me?
Why? Because they love you. You know that.
I don't know why you should. It's a waste.
What?
It's an emotion. Tom, you can't rub the tarnish from men's souls without losing a little bit of the silver, too.
It has to be that way.
Oh, Tom, are you really ready to stop loving me?
Try to think clearly, darling. Why do people love? Because they see in another the answer to their needs. I see warmth in you and beauty. You're everything I must have as a man. I'll need you even when no emotion exists.
Don't try and split gains with your wife, darling. For a few dollars, you can hire a woman who'll fit all your fetishes. She'll match your requirements perfectly. Then if you ever get tired of her, you can always run down to the employment agency for another.
Don't you believe in signs, Dr. Nelson?
General Paddock, you startled me.
Didn't mean to.
Well, why is the place shut down? Where is everybody?
They've been transported to the district air base. No telling what might happen to them here. May I give you a ride back to Beechwood? It's a long bike trip.
You certainly may, General. You certainly may. Let's get this in there. Whew, what a relief. That seat is built for the spanking size, and I'm a little bit beyond it.
Hey, how come this thing runs? New experimental model. You just wind it with a rubber band and hold it with your thumb. You know, I think it would be best if you and Mrs. Nelson would join your employees at the base.
Could be. Is there any way I can get in touch with them?
Not a chance. They're under protective custody.
General, don't you think we ought to get that rock out of the road before we start?
Huh? What rock?
You murderer.
Back for another drink or another ride?
You filthy murderer.
That's a nice way to greet an old friend.
Did you tell me that you were a friend of this alien? Did you tell me you helped it?
Sit down, Paul. You're upset.
I'll sit down and then you'll talk. I want to hear everything.
Now you're being reasonable. Yes, I helped him. I paved the way. Told him everything that would make it possible for him to come here.
There's only one?
There's only one on Earth. There are 9 altogether. The other 8 are still on Venus. They're the sole survivors of a race that was born too soon. It developed amid the eruptions and the boiling gases of Venus, a planet that won't catch up to Earth in perhaps 1 million years in climate.
A dying race.
Yes, but each of the 9 has an intellect that will dwarf humans, make us look like so many roaches by comparison.
And you think we need him?
We always have.
Listen, do you know that in the last 24 hours, men have had their minds, their personalities, their moral standards imprisoned? That a whole population has been herded like cattle into the desert? That men have been murdered for failing to obey the new master? It makes you think a little, doesn't it?
Yes. Makes me look back into history for a comparison.
Comparison or rationalization?
Listen, Paul. Throughout man's career, every great change, every sudden leap in his station has resulted in torment, chaos, and death. The French Revolution brought democracy to Europe. Plagues brought wondrous cures. Wars brought about fast planes, atomic power, radiological medicine, our own discoveries.
No, that won't hold. You're talking about human change, something you want to get rid of. Well, this thing isn't human, so your argument falls flat. And incidentally, I could point out an equal number of regressions and disasters that have been brought about by revolutions and plagues and wars.
I'm not convinced.
Well, neither am I of your hypotheses.
You will be. You must be. He wants you on his side. Next to me, he wants you.
And you want me to condone this reign of terror? To swear allegiance to this monstrous king of yours, to kill my own soul and all within reach? Well, I won't, Anderson. I'll fight it to the last breath in my body. And I'll fight you, too, because you're part of it, the worst part. Because you belong to a living race, not a dying one. This is your land, your world. Your hands are human, but your mind is enemy. You're a traitor, Anderson. The greatest traitor of all time. And you know why? Because you're not betraying part of mankind, you're betraying all of it.
I hope you're proud.
He was my friend. Despite all our fights and disagreements, he was my best friend.
Is that all you can think of as losing a friend? Didn't his words mean anything to you? If you weren't so blind, you'd realize that Paul was your friend today as he's never been before.
What do you mean?
Oh, you fool. Anybody who didn't care about you, who didn't believe there was still something in you worth trying to save, would have killed you on the spot.
Killed me?
Yes. just as he'll find a way to kill your God. He had a gun. I saw it in his coat.
A gun?
That's right, Tom. You just had an undeserved stay of execution.
So you believe with him that I'm a traitor? You've turned against me all the way.
I've done nothing. Everything is up to you. You're the one who has to see for himself. I don't know. I guess I'm just a fool. I'm like Paul. I can't help believing that you're going to find yourself. I love you, darling, but I have pride. I want to love a good man, a fine man I married. I won't love a monster. I won't.
Don't cry, Claire. Believe me, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, Tom, stop it.
I hear you. Yes, Beechwood seems secure. Sir, I'm troubled. Maybe you haven't got that word in your sphere, but I must see you. Why not? Yes, I'll be patient, but Paul Nelson is still at large. That means that he, his wife Joan, Mayor Townsend, and his wife are the four not yet under control.
Joan?
Home at last?
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Hi. Just had a shower. Be right with you. Where'd you go today?
First, I went downtown. I saw the chief of police kill George Haskell. And I went to the lab and it was closed. I found General Paddock possessed. It's a horrible mess. I'll tell you about it when you come out.
In a sec.
Honey? How come the shower's working?
It's not. But after a while, I felt so tacky, I just had to do something. So I stuck a bucket full of water in the shower window and used the shampoo hose.
Sheer genius. Hey, come out here. I want to see you.
Since when can you come in here?
Since I'm too tired to move.
All righty. I'll come out to you then. Oh, there's a draft on your neck. I don't want you to catch cold.
The window. I told you to keep it closed.
Well, it got stuffy in here. I had to have some air. Guess what I've got?
What?
A present for you. Good night, darling. I'm going for a short walk. When I get back, you'll feel much better.
Could only be Anderson.
I have the only working phone left.
What do you want?
I just talked to my friend. He said you killed the control device that was made for you.
So?
So that means you can't be controlled for over a week. Come on over. I want to talk to you. I want to apologize.
How will I get there?
Jones' station wagon will run.
All right, I'll come over. There's something I have to take care of first.
Good. I'll see you later. He's coming. Yes, if it must be done.
What is it?
He said Paul is first of the minds to be taken. First because he is the most dangerous. He's the one enemy. The one great enemy because he knows basically what he's fighting. His control device is gone.
What does that mean?
It means he must die. He's too great a menace to live the week. I'm supposed to kill him tonight.
Came back quickly.
Yes, I knew it wouldn't take long.
You were right.
And now we must wait for him to give us instructions.
What sort of instructions?
Or to conquer the world.
We'll be this way from now on, won't we?
For the rest of our lives.
I see.
Hurry up and wait.
We come all the way out here in the woods, so what do we do?
We're supposed to be observing suspicious actions, remember?
What kind of actions?
You tell me.
I told you, but you don't listen to me.
What are you talking about?
I told you I seen that funny-looking bird.
Bird. Will you forget about the bird already? That's what you've been talking about all day. All right, you guys, what is this, a picnic? You men with the dice, clean your rifles. Never mind the beefs, get busy.
Is that what you plan to use on Paul? You'd murder your best friend? Tom, if you do that, you'll be killing me with the same bullet. What's the matter? Has the cat got your tongue so you can't talk? Maybe your friend has it. You've given him everything else of you. Tom. Tom, are you afraid to talk to me? Are you just plain ashamed? Well, that must be it. Are you closing off your machine? Suppose your boss wants you to run down to town and cut out a few hearts. He might get mad when he can't reach you and snap his fingers. Has he got fingers? The master isn't going to like it when the servant turns off the juice. He might want to turn you into a white rat so that you can...
That's enough, Claire.
He speaks. The zombie speaks. That's right. Let's have some music. Must be great to have the only working phonograph in the world. A gift from His Majesty. It makes you feel like a big man, doesn't it? Just like you've always wanted to be.
Claire.
Yes?
What I have to do tonight is difficult enough. You're only making it harder on me.
I want it to be hard. Oh, please, darling. Open your mind for just a few minutes and let me get inside so I can talk to you.
I'm listening.
Tell me about this invader. Now, what's he like?
Well, I don't know much. He's strong or he wouldn't have been able to make the trip through space. He's advanced because he can talk to his controlled subjects at a distance. Of course, he's super intelligent. He's established at Elephant Hot Springs Cave because he needs a climate like that of Venus.
Hiding in a cave? Afraid of light? Well, then Earth must have no use to him except as a subject of conquest.
I said I'd listen and answer your questions. We'll argue about it later.
Why does he want you to kill Paul?
Because he was able to manufacture only 8 control devices for the 4 key control people in the vicinity and their wives.
Wives?
Yes. There was a pair for Paul and Joan. Paul killed his, which means we must do something about it.
Joan's been controlled?
Yes. There are only 3 on the list that were not. Paul, the mayor, and his wife.
But they're dead. They were killed in the crush of the evacuation.
We know.
Well, then why doesn't the king use their devices on Paul?
He would, but it's too late. They've already been used.
On whom?
I can't tell you.
Everything's working.
You didn't sleep long?
No. What time is it?
Going on dawn.
How did it happen?
Don't ask us. It all just started up again. We're checking to see if anything's out of order.
Well, wonders never cease. Any coffee?
No. How about making us some?
Okay.
Never mind, Ellen. I'm not thirsty.
Well, I am, if you don't mind.
You shouldn't have looked in there.
What's the matter with you?
Now relax, Ellen. It won't take more than a minute.
At this point, physical contact with Venus shall be established through concentric circles of 7. Paul Nelson shall direct the operation on acquisition of his encephalographic control. I shall remain in contact.
He's finally coming.
What are you going to do?
Why don't you take a walk, Claire? You'll be safe.
After everything I've said, you're still going through with it?
I must. My beliefs haven't changed. I still have to have the courage of my convictions.
Tom, I proved to you that your friend is as weak as you are. He's hiding in a cave, pleading with a human to do his rotten work. He's dead afraid of strength, and that means Paul Nelson. He can't even wait a week to control Paul. That's how frightened he is.
I'm sorry, Claire. I have to go out and meet him.
Look, I don't know whether you can hear me or not, but if you can, you listen good. I hate your living guts for what you've done to my husband and my world. I know you for the coward you are, and I'm going to kill you. Do you hear that? I'm going to kill you.
Took you long enough to get here.
Yeah, long enough. We talk here or inside?
Inside. How's Joan?
She's dead.
What? How?
I killed her.
You killed your wife?
Not my wife. She wasn't my wife. She was a product of your work. A member of the Society of the New World.
You shouldn't have.
I had to.
But she was still your wife. Still Joan. You would have been one with her if you hadn't...
If I hadn't destroyed the thing that was trying to control me?
Yes.
Well, why shouldn't I destroy it? It was my enemy. You don't seem to realize that we're at war. You made Joan my enemy. My enemy forever, and I had to kill her. My own wife. And now I'm going to kill you.
Go ahead. What good will it do you?
Plenty of good. If I can get to the leaders, to you, to Paddock, to Shallot, the battle will be half won, because apparently this god of yours is immobile, has to have human beings to carry out his battle orders. Well, I can find people, plenty of them, and we can defeat this thing you call a benefactor.
Perhaps you can. So many things have happened. Joan.
You could help us. You're the only one who knows anything about the invader.
Why don't you kill me and get it over with?
No. No, I'm gonna get what I can out of you first.
I hear a car. First one I hear all day.
Remarkable. We got worse things to worry about. Like where we're gonna get some rations.
Maybe we got nothing to eat?
Not a thing. I got no way to requisition any chow out here. Man, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, too. How about I go rustle some cows?
Now, don't be stupid.
Who's stupid?
You're stupid. Who's got any cows out here?
All right, I'll go rustle some chickens.
Where is this ruler of yours, Tom? You better talk. I'm not afraid to use this.
I don't suppose you are.
Well, at least you're not a coward. There's that much of the human being left in you.
Don't waste flattery on me, Paul. It won't work.
I'm not flattering you. I'm telling you the truth. You think for a minute that one of your controlled people would resist? Oh, not a chance. Courage is an emotion. No, he'd logically conclude that the only way to stay alive would be to talk. You see, pure logic works only for the individual. There's no group feeling, no patriotism, no cooperation of any kind.
What?
You heard me, Tom. The king's playing you for a big sucker. He's using your human emotions, your loyalty, your desire to help your race, your dreams of freedom, everything else you preach to get his own ends. He doesn't feel these things. Somebody else has to do it for him.
I don't know. The possibility has never occurred to me.
Well, of course it hasn't. We've been too busy waving a non-existent flag. Look, this thing doesn't have any emotions, therefore it can't understand them. But it does know they exist. And in order to defeat them, it has to use them against things that do have them. Found you, I better buttered you up plenty.
He's praised my work.
To keep you working, of course. How could he care anything about you? He doesn't like, he doesn't dislike. He merely reasons, concludes, and uses.
You have what might be a plausible theory. That is, that an emotionless being is helpless when surrounded by beings with emotion because they'll defend one another, stand together.
As you want Claire to stand with you. But it's no theory, Tom, it's the truth. Have I reached you?
Maybe. Some, I don't know.
Am I still gonna have to kill you?
I was supposed to kill you. His orders.
Suppose he asks you to try again later, assuming I don't finish you right now.
I don't think I could do it. I'd have to have time to think.
I don't know whether to give you a chance or not.
I've got a rifle over here, but I'm not going to use it. Let's go on!
So that's what you look like. You're ugly, horrible. Go on. Try your intellect on me.
Now it's reached you. Right down into your heart. Are you gonna fight it? Are you gonna help me destroy it?
I'll get you the installation. Pete and Roy Mason are possessed. Take care of them, I'll go to the Cape. Elephant Hot Springs.
You haven't got a gun.
I'll find something.
You start matando
English, stupid. Talk English.
I see a monster in a cave. He was killing a girl.
Back up. We're moving out.
Far enough.
The plane is on the installation strip.
I have been told. He has ordered me to fly to Washington.
The president will die first.
Then the cabin.
Inside here?
See, way back in there. He's too big for this little squad, I think.
Bazooka man, set up here and cover the entrance. The rest of you drop packs and fix bayonets. We're going in.
said you're on a battlefield.
I know that better than you do, Sergeant. How well are you doing?
Half my men are dead. Nothing can stop that thing.
Call off your troops.
Are you nuts?
I say call them off.
Cease firing!
I made it possible for you to come here. I made you welcome to this earth. You made it the charnel house.
He acted like he knew it.
He did. He and no one else. He learned almost too late that man is a feeling creature. And because of it, the greatest in the universe. And he learned too late for himself that men have to find their own way to make their own mistakes. There can't be any gift of perfection from outside ourselves. And when men seek such perfection, they find only death, fire, loss, disillusionment, and the end of everything that's gone forward. Men have always sought an end through toil and misery. And it can't be given, it has to be achieved. There is hope, but it has to come from inside, from man himself.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.